Hey guys, in this video I want to compare the output from the Hasselblad X-Pan loaded up with Fuji's newly re-released Acros II to the FUJI GFX 50R. For those who have followed the channel for a while, you know that I've had a sort of obsession or preoccupation with the 65-24 panoramic shooting style that is afforded by the Hasselblad X-Pan, and I have recently gravitated to the FUJI GFX 50R for shooting in that format digitally. I absolutely love being able to shoot with that crop in camera and not just visualizing that crop in my mind while trying to shoot with another digital camera in a different format that doesn't provide that in-camera crop. Lately, I've also really been enjoying shooting with vintage lenses on the 50R, even 35mm vintage lenses. The thing that a lot of people don't realize is that if you're going to be shooting panoramic anyway with that crop, you'll be cropping out the part of the image that struggles the most when you adapt 35mm lenses to a medium format camera like this, and that's the corners. Normally you'd get some noticeable vignetting and incredible softness in the corners, and while you'd still be getting some of that at the edges, it's much less noticeable. But to me it's totally viable, and I've been shooting a lot with my Nikkor vintage lenses on that 50R and loving it. But I also love shooting with the Acros film profiles on the 50R, and many times I'll use it pretty much straight out of camera, though I do love that the digital green filter, Acros G filter, and what that does to skin tone, so that's usually what I shoot with. But since FUJI Acros version 2 has been finally released in the US, something that I've been extremely happy about, I thought that it would be fun to do my own comparison. Now I know that there has been a ton of videos comparing Acros 1 and 2 film stocks to each other, and from everything I've seen, I don't think there's actually much of a difference in the rendering of those film from what people are saying and what I've seen. It's probably less about the quality of image and more about the emotion and where the finishing is happening in the world and what factory. But that aside, there's also a fair amount of videos comparing Acros II with the digital Acros output. But I thought it would be really fun to compare the panoramic output from both, because I haven't seen anyone do that yet. And also for this comparison, I thought it would be fun to use the same lens, this awesome 45mm f4 Hasselblad lens. I've been adapting it to the 50R. Of course, the one problem there is a direct comparison between what you get with the 45 on the Hasselblad X-Pan and what you get with the 50R is not going to be the same, since the sensor size is only 45mm on the GFX 50R, and on the Hasselblad, the film plane, how much film you get is 65mm. So that's not going to be the same, it's not going to give you the same field of view. But this isn't a scientific test anyway, this is mostly just for fun. I did try to compensate by zooming with my feet a little bit. To get a more accurate field of view, I would have needed to put something around a 30mm field of view on the 50R, but I don't have a 30mm lens for this camera yet, so we'll just work with what we have. This isn't scientific anyway, it's just mostly for fun. But before we dive into the photos, I do want to thank our friends who sponsored this video. This beautiful X-Pan is actually not mine. We are borrowing it from our friends at Film Objective. If you, like us, are spending a lot more time at home these days, shooting and developing film at home can be a really great way to scratch the photo itch, and Film Objective is an excellent place to rent for some of history's most incredible film cameras. If your budget could never allow you to buy something like this, the X-Pan, or an RB67 or a Contax G2 or any number of other incredible but also very expensive film cameras, treat yourself to a 15-day rental of one of these Film Objective cameras. And yeah, thanks Film Objective. Okay, so let's look at the photos. This isn't a blind test or anything like I've done in other videos in the past, because I think you'll be able to tell the difference pretty fast between what is digital and what is film. This is more just for fun, like I said, but I would love to hear what you think is better in the comments. Which look do you prefer? But yeah, let's look at some photos. It was definitely a challenge to get comparative photos. I only had 2 rolls of Acros II, and our city's stay-at-home order came only a short way through the first roll. So these photos actually tell the story of that lockdown, where we started out doing some shooting outside and around town, and then we migrated home. being home with 5 kids is much more manageable with a swimming pool. We're quite literally waiting out our time in the pool. So I really hope you enjoyed those photos, and I hope that something in this video inspired you to get out and shoot more. Not get out, don't get out, stay at home and shoot more. I do want to again thank our friends at Film Objective though for sponsoring this video. And finally, I do want to remind you, those of you who are interested in our online workshops, to check them out in the link below. Our live remote workshops are actually starting tomorrow, Monday, March 30th, but we will also have a recorded version of that workshop for those who want it on demand, and we'll have future live versions to come. But that's all for now, guys. Stay well, do some good with your camera, and we will talk to you again real soon.